Hey folks, do you know what time it is? It's Joe Skinner time. Joe, shout out to you for this gift, my friend. Joe may be the biggest Johnny Paycheck fan on planet Earth. Certainly he's made his presence known on the channel, and I'm talking about Joe, because Joe, you've just made it so clear through the comments how much you dig Johnny. I don't know if he's your favorite artist or not, but I know he's up there. And you made a gift to the channel, so thank you, Joe, for the gift. Joe also sent me this watch about a year or two ago, and his wife Lee said that it was really like humbling when Lee actually commented, Joe. She said, you know, Joe doesn't like many people, so the fact that he sent you this says a lot. And I was like, all right, yes. Anyway, but thank you, Joe. You always make me smile. I don't know why. Just you leave very short, brief comments, but they pack a punch. They're not mean. They're just direct. And I love that. So anyway, Georgia in a Jug. I don't know this song as far as I know. So let's just get into this thing. And you can thank Joe for this one. Georgia in a Jug. I can't even imagine where you'd go with that lyric. Like if you said, Don, here's the title of the song. I want you to make a song out of it. I don't even know what I would do with that. So let's see what Johnny does.
Mason jars on the dresser filled with dollars and quarters, saving them for our trip around the world. But now you've changed your tune, there'll be no honeymoon. So tonight I'm going there without you, girl. I'm going down to Mexico in a glass of tequila, going down to Puerto Rico in a bottle of rum, going out to Honolulu in a Mai Tai mug, then I'm coming back home to Georgia in a jug. We'll never.
This is one of these songs that just threw me off and is throwing me off, and it's hilarious. But he's singing it like he's uber sad, but it's just, in some ways, it's brilliant. Okay, here we go.
Ride that bus to Mexico City. That's a pity. We'll never sail our ship into old San Juan. You'll never walk with me on the beach at Waikiki, and we'll never share that brick suburban home.
Yeah, that sucks.
Today I'm taking that money out of the jar. Tonight I'll buy my ticket at the corner bar. I'm going down to Mexico in a glass of tequila.
Now it makes sense. It wasn't until he said that. All right, now it makes sense. Got it. He's just going to drink. That's what he's taking at Mason jar. He's drinking.
Going down to Puerto Rico in a bottle of rum.
Mexico's rum too.
Going out to Honolulu in a Mai Tai mug. Then I'm coming back home to Georgia in a jug. Yes, I'm coming back home to Georgia in a jug.
All right, so my first comment that I made, that like the song is like, I didn't say confusing, but that's what I was thinking. Like there was, I had wished, my thought along the line when I made that comment was that I thought he was taking the actual trip to Mexico, to Puerto Rico, to Hawaii, And I'm like, man, he saved up a lot of money. But my thought was, I wish each one of those mason jars that was on the window, I wish there was money in the Mai Tai jar, so to speak, if the money in the tequila jar. I wish he'd had like specific ones. That would have made it more consistent. It turns out he's not going anywhere. My thinking was too, like, well, if he's going to go to these places anyway, it's going to be cheaper because it's just going to be him, even though he's going to be sad. But that is not where it went. Man, I should have seen this coming, Joe. I should have seen that coming, that he's just going down to the local bar, and that's his version of going on this honeymoon, is he's going to drink those drinks, but she's not in the picture. That's good stuff. That is just good, sad stuff. Man, that was one of Johnny's most unique songs, I think, that I've ever heard. Seriously. I mean, even when you bring in this sort of, there wasn't Jimmy Buffett-y, but there was a little hint of that in there. Anytime you bring in tequila, you're bringing in Jimmy Buffett on some level. But I'm going to rate that on that one twist. And the number that popped into my head was a 9.1. That's a country song right there. But I think you put that one to me, Joe. You knew that was going to happen. I bet you knew that was going to happen. And some of you folks have figured me out on some levels where you get within a tenth of a point on what I'm going to rate the song. And some of you kind of know how I'm going to react to a song. I like the interaction in the comments, though, where I'll give my interpretation of a certain song about what I think that girl meant by what she had said. And you'll be like, I've been listening to it for 30 years. I think it means this, but now I'm going to have to think about what you said. And the same thing happens to me. Some songs I've listened to, you'll be like, no, Don, if you listen to this one line in the song, it flipped the script and he's leaving town. He's not staying or whatever. And I'm like, oh, God, you are right. Like, that makes more sense than what I'd thought. But that's part of the fun of literary interpretation. And when you look at just the lyrics on a page, it's literary interpretation as sung, and in this case by a guy like Johnny. So, Joe, thank you again, my friend. You got me. And I'm all right being gotten. All right? I like being gotten by the right woman and by the right song. How's that? Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in another video. Keep rocking the country. Keep good time.